Communicators House for the first time has come forward to present a parliamentary lecture series in association with the parliamentary experts of the state and the country. This has been initiated by Srimati Vasunta Kavita, also the founder of KCDD Foundation, Mr. Mahadev, the Deputy Director of Communicators House, S. Kavita, Editor, Rajya Dharma, Mysore, and Mr. Vidhanasoudha. Today, under the Parliamentary Lecture Series number 1, we have a very interesting topic. The origin of question hour will be delivered by a parliamentary expert. He served as former Secretary of Goa Legislature and a former Secretary too to Karnataka Legislative Assembly. He has a standing experience of 40 years. He was the first to bring the Kannada translation of parliamentary practices and procedures. He is a grandson of Vijayanagaram Krishnaya, an ardent follower of Mahatma Gandhi. His grandfather had to quit the school teacher's post to participate in the Quit India movement. Mr. Gandhi had visited twice to his grandfather's house in Closepit. Now it is called Ramnagaram. This is the legacy of parliamentary experts. His name is T.N. Dhruv Kumar. He was born on 19 August 1951 to Sri late V.N. Narasimhaya and late Alumelama. He was qualified LLB, FSK, Diploma in Shorthand, and he was widely travelled, well informed, and played a very significant role in tendering the advices to many number of speakers as well as the chairmen of Goa and Karnataka legislature. Above all, Sri T.N. Dhruv Kumar was a brainchild of several reforms in Karnataka Legislative Assembly Secretariat. He was the one who conceptualized the legislator's diary as well as a Shasakanga Patrike based on The Parliamentarian, which was released by Commonwealth Parliamentary Association. Today, he is with us to give a talk on origin of question hour. Over to T.N. Dhruv Kumar. Namaste.
Friends, prior to general election, various political parties, they go before the voters, giving hundreds of assurances and promises, saying that if they come to power, they will do this, they will do that, like that. After the results are declared and if one party will come into power, and after they come to power, it is their bounden duty to keep up their promises and assurance. How to implement? There is a forum. It is called legislature. There are various critical functions of legislature. The first and the foremost critical function of the legislature before starting each session, that is, every session, the first hour of the every session and first day of the sitting commences with the question hour. The question hour means it is one of the first and foremost critical function, putting questions and getting answers from the government. An active member can make use of this as a weapon on behalf of the public, whether an opposition member or a ruling party member. Everybody has got a parliamentary privilege and right to put questions on behalf of the public. See, the public have got lot of problems every day. Maybe water, electricity, gas, transport, like that. See, day-to-day problems can be used by the members as a weapon in the form of questions. Only day-to-day. Supposing if some bridge has to be constructed, why the bridge has to be constructed, why it will take them to 2, 3, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, like that. So for that a member can put question. If there is any scarcity of gas, also he can put a question. These are all day-to-day affairs. Shortage of food grains, that is also a day-to-day affair. Only day-to-day problems can be put forth in the assembly in the form of a question by an active member. Important and urgent problems will have to be considered only by other form of other functions like urgent motion, calling condition, many more functions are there. But as far as question is concerned, the member should be very careful while drafting a question, and question must be intelligible, and he should draft in such a way, and it should be very simple language. Out of my experience I am telling, see, in the recent past, most of the members, they are not experts in drafting the questions, so they need some training. The legislature by the speaker and the chairman, they are conducting some workshops and trainings also regarding putting questions, because some of the members who are not aware of these provisions of the, and rules of procedure of the assembly, they go on writing as a speeches. See, question must be very intelligible, and it must be very brief. They write questions in the form of speeches, arguments, etc. So because of the lack of experience of the newly elected members, that is why there is a specific provision under the rules of procedure of Karnataka Assembly, that is rule number 37, the rule number 38 to about 38, rule 38 to 59 deals with the questions procedure. How a question has to be written, how it has to be processed, what is the period of notice, how question has to be read, how it has to be sent to the government. Before sending it to the question branch is there, they will edit the question, and unless and until the speaker admits the question, it cannot be taken into consideration. Only after the speaker admits the question, then it will be sent to the concerned department of the government, and the government has to send the replies. Those replies will be received, and it will be printed in the printed by the legislative secretary, and during session hour it will be circulated to the members, and the minister has to answer, and he is responsible for giving replies to the questions. So questions means only elucidating and getting information, that means extracting information. No, it is not an argument, counter argument should not be there, only they should extract and elucidate the information on the questions framed by each member. The question hour is earmarked only for 1 hour. Within 1 hour, see, actually under the rules of procedure, we table 15 questions per day. One member is entitled to give 5 questions per day. One will be treated as starred, another 4 questions will be treated as unstarred. So for want of time, see, we cannot put all the questions, so that we have got a ballot procedure. So whoever get preference in the ballot, the first 15 persons, their name will be printed and published, and they are entitled to put questions and get answers from the ministers on the floor of the house. That is the first procedure. And when the minister replies, the member has got a right to seek clarifications, not arguments, and there cannot be counter arguments. Only they can seek clarifications, and if they are not satisfied, they can again request through the speaker to give proper replies. So sometimes what happens, even some bureaucrats also, they give wrong information, sometimes evasive and sluggish replies also given. So under such circumstances, with the help of the speaker, they can ask the government to reconsider the question. That means that certain questions which is vague, when there is ambiguity, you can request the minister to give proper reply, then that will be taken up again on some other day. And if the reply is not satisfactory, then the member has also got right to request the speaker to hold over the question. If the minister agrees, the question can also be hold over, and it will be taken up in the coming days, according to the convenience of the minister. then the minister will reconsider and he will also give take time, and the next day, coming days, he will give proper replies. That is starred question, in respect of starred question. Unstarred questions means, see, members, they ask sometimes statistical information, lengthy replies pertaining to 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, like that. Under such circumstances, that cannot be taken as a starred question. That will be treated as unstarred, and the replies will be laid on the table of the House. Every day, the limit is 230 questions per day, that unstarred, and the members will have access to the replies will be supplied to the members, and if the members go through the replies of the unstarred question, if they have got any doubt, they can put one more question, that is called as short notice question. And also you can put a discussion for half an hour discussion. The question, if the question reply is not satisfactory, then they can discuss in the form of half an hour discussion also. That will be taken up only 2 days anyway, that is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, according to the priority of the rules of procedure. This is the main and brief functions of a starred, unstarred question, short notice question, held over question, and half an hour questions of the Legislative Assembly.